Does Asian people love shaving themselves?
Hai, gue Revy. Selamat datang di Revy. Di video ini, gue bakal nge-interview Cici yang sesuai janji gue kemarin ya. Dan gue bakal nanya-nanya pertanyaan yang kalian tanya sekitar 2 video yang lalu. Dan gue juga taruh di Instagram. And gue juga nyiapin pertanyaan-pertanyaan gue sendiri yang buat dia gitu ya. Jadi kita ke taman tuh, dan seru lah pokoknya. Gue juga have fun banget bikin videonya. Dan interviewnya pakai bahasa Inggris, jadi tapi tenang, bakal gue taruh subtitle. Ya, kenapa pakai bahasa Inggris ya? Karena doi nggak ngerti bahasa Indonesia. Jadi ya kayak apa jadinya nih, lihat aja.
Halo teman-teman, selamat datang di RIP. Yay!
Alright, now say it in Chinese.
But I don't have channel.
It's okay, maybe like some of my viewers speak
Hi.
Chinese.
你说中文吗 ？No. So,
大家好，
大家好，我是
欢迎来到
欢迎来到我的频道。I mean,
我的频道。
什么
Alright, so hello guys.
Wait. Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到 Revy 的频道。
Okay, it's still recording. Okay, so
He's coming back.
oh man, B. Okay.
What do you have? Did you sell your phone?
Alright, let's just try to ignore it.
Okay.
So, hi guys, I'm here with my good friend Chichi, and thank you for being here, Chichi, by the way. So
Yeah, my
we
life is stable.
gonna have a little talk about how did she come here, how did she grow up here, and what's her impression.
That would be a lot. Maybe we should have like first episode and second episode.
You will be here if the audience wants it, okay? The audience.
They will want it, okay?
Okay, alright, we'll see. Okay, so first of all, introduce yourself.
So I'm Chichi. I mean, this is not my real name, but most of people call me Chichi. I'm 21 years old. I love bunny, and I have been living here for I think almost 8, 9 years, or even 10. I'm not sure. I came here when I graduated from elementary school.
Okay, so some of the audience
Yes.
ask like your age.
How old do you guys think I am?
She looks
Come
13.
on. Maybe 5.
Okay, yeah, good enough.
What the?
Okay, and move on to the next one. How do you know me, like personally? Like how do we know each other?
We went to same university in the same class.
That's all.
I think so.
Okay. What's your first impression of when the first time we met?
Oh.
Okay, you know what? Don't answer that. I don't want to hear the answer. All right, so
I mean, you are just like with group of other people, which is not with me. Like, you know, we wasn't in the same group before, so I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, seems like same group, so no disturb. But that's it.
okay, cool. All right, so why do you choose to live in Poland? Why did you choose
I have no
Poland?
choice. My parents work here, especially just my father, and he moved here. He just took us, all the family came to Poland. So I have no choice. But I supposed to go Los Angeles.
Before you were supposed to go
Yeah,
there.
because my father is going there for job too. But yeah, it's just, and the reason why we didn't go there is because there's too much Chinese people, and my father are afraid that I would not speak English there. I would just speak Chinese there, so I would not learn English well there.
Okay.
So that's how we moved here.
Okay, now she speaks perfect English, so.
And Chinese,
And Polish, by the way, she speaks like the 2 of the hardest language in the world.
Not that good.
Nah, still, it's better than mine.
Of course, you're not learning.
Okay, and there's also a question that
I'm skipping so many questions.
no, because I have a different list from this is the question from the people, and
Z.
yeah, and
I hate names.
wait, actually, this like here. What the things that you cannot find here? that you can easily find in your country?
I just noticed that the fashion stuff, they're always late in Poland. So if you see something new, you will first see in Taiwan, and after probably few or even like half of year, that finally came to Poland. That's the thing. From that year, nobody speak English here, so it's
Really?
not that much. And they see you are foreigner, they run away. Like in the shop, they're like, no, we don't speak English.
Okay. All right, cool.
And the airport is really cool.
Really? In here in our city,
Yeah,
Wrocław?
yeah, but because the new one they just built, I think a few years ago. Before it doesn't look like that.
Okay. And next one. You probably watched my last video. Of course, she does. It's awesome. And there I talk about cultural shock, about how the first time I come here, and you stop fixing your hair. It looks great.
Oh yeah, they don't like it.
Do you found any cultural shock, and that's shocked you when you first come here?
I think like eat dinner quite late, and we probably eat dinner earlier than them, right?
Okay, I eat like 5 times a day, so I don't really know.
Okay.
So only that? That's the only cultural shock that you experience?
I told you need to give me the question earlier so I can think about it.
That's an interview. It's like a rehearsed
No.
stuff.
Does Asian people love shaving themselves? Oh! Do you know 包子?
Yes, the buns, the Chinese buns.
And there's something similar, but there's nothing inside. It's called mantou.
Mantou,
They eat that with sweet sauce. And also they have dumpling in sweets. It's kind of culture shock, but I've tried it. It's really good.
Here in Poland? Never heard of it here.
Makanan Polish yang pasti semua orang tahu ini namanya pierogi.
Sweet dumpling?
Yeah, I mean like here I cannot find it.
You mean mantou or?
Mantou.
You can find it. I can buy you.
In Chinese? In
No,
Chinese
you
shop?
can.
Korean shop?
You can sometimes find it in Auchan even.
Ah, okay. Well,
It's in the meat section.
Sweet. Okay. That's cultural shock. Wait, look, we're 7 minutes in. How do you manage to learn Polish?
First day when I came here, my age is not enough to go to the high school, international high school. So I have to go to the junior high school there in Poland. But they are in the same school like my brother, so we are in the same school. And on there, they call gymnasium. I learned I learned the Polish there. So whole 3 years, maybe I just went for the English lesson, but like math, physics, chemistry,
Chemistry.
I never went that lesson. So when I go to school, I just learn Polish.
So for 3 whole years, you just learn Polish.
Yeah, and later on the next year, they just let me go to the first grade first, like the junior high first grade, to check if my Polish is enough. To have the lesson with them, but apparently not, so I just jumped to the high school.
Okay, so it took you how long until you're able to communicate with Polish? 5 years?
5, 6, because before it's really, I only have A1 level, and how can you communicate with people with A1 level?
Okay, so...
Yeah, but I learned my Polish the most when I got my first job, because when I got my first job, it's an ice cream shop, and people who come to buy ice cream, they only speak Polish.
Ah, right? So you're forced to learn this.
And also people, my co-worker in the college there, they only mainly speak Polish.
They mainly speak Polish. Speak louder, dude.
Oh!
All right.
But I have free ice cream.
So it took her 5 to 6 years to
or
be
maybe
able...
even more, but
or
still.
maybe even more.
So why don't you start it?
I still have 3 more years to at least...
You have a Polish girlfriend, fiance, or you can even learn faster than me, and you don't, because you're not trying.
Next one. Is there any different on people behavior here in Poland?
They love to being late.
Here?
Like never on time when I went out with them.
Okay, give me an example.
It's my high school people when I have like maybe if I told them we met at 11, they make it like 11:20 or something.
Okay.
I'm always the one who came earlier, much earlier, because I don't want to be late, so I have to wait them.
Okay, so they just not punctual. Most of
Yeah,
them.
Most.
Most of them. Okay, not all of them. So if you're Polish and you're watching this, then don't worry. If you're punctual, you're fine. Did you have ever been treated differently because you're from, let's say, you're Asian?
I don't think so. I'm cute. Maybe in the case of applying for resident card, you know that.
Yeah. Okay. I've
If you
been through
speak
that
if you speak Polish, they might willing to help you more
one.
than when you speak English. But they are trying to change. Right now there's people who speak English there, and the time that I applying the resident card, like a few years ago, no one speak Polish.
Okay. Good. So
And no one speak English.
you've never experienced any like discrimination because we are on the from the different creed, race,
I
color?
don't think so. I think they might say something bad to you, but as long as you ignore that, it doesn't hurt you, right?
Yeah, you can just ignore it.
But I think I don't know, it's because I'm female or something, they never done like physical attack to me. So
Okay. Well, in my experience, it's really rare. When 3 years I was
when
here.
we met mostly good Polish people.
Yeah,
Right.
like I mean, I'm here for 3 years and I've been have 2 bad experiences, but it's not that bad.
It's just like they say something rude to you or something.
Yeah, like-
and you can just ignore that.
So especially when the older generation, yes, because they are not used to live like amongst.
Sometimes when I'm in a bus, the old generation, they just talk to me like,
Oh, so they are nice to you.
do you love Poland? I'm like, yes, I love Poland, that. But sometimes I can find one thing that when you go on the bus, mostly nobody wants to sit next to you. I have that feeling.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay. And now I asked some of the questions from the people.